welcome to another episode of Footy Brews. How's it going, Kamai?
Oh, it's going good. You already know the channel's getting crazy. We love seeing you guys in the comments. You see the new banner. We put a lot of work into that. So no, really happy to see this show coming along.
Yes, for sure. I'm excited. Everybody, please comment us your predictions for future games or anything like that. The more comments, we love it. So just send us any type of videos you guys are looking for us to do. We'll always take into account what you guys want to do. So I guess we'll just drive right into it. The recap of the Champions League day with Porto and Chelsea will start off. What did you think, Romain?
Yeah, pretty much exactly what I expected. Tuchel to play a very solid defensive game, just not concede. It was their win to lose, and they didn't lose onto it, right? Even though Porto scored an unbelievable goal at the end of the game, they could still be proud to go through on the day, or over the two legs, I mean. And yeah, it should be a good, exciting quarterfinals or semifinals actually. For Chelsea.
No, I completely agree. I think Chelsea over the two legs deservedly so went through. Nothing that we didn't expect. I think we kind of called the exact game plan. I went in here thinking that there's going to be a 2-1, that Chelsea still goes on aggregate, but you know what, we were both right, and that prediction that we know that Porto were the ones that end up getting knocked out, which we kind of expected. I guess the big takeaway was I think Chelsea knew that they were going to play a high press game. Porto, that's what they were doing. That's what they did the whole game. They ran and ran. They gave it their everything. I got to give it to them that they played with heart.
They played with heart. Yeah, I was right about to say.
And what happened was they got hit on the counter, like typical what we thought they were going to do. High press, a lot of counterattacks from Chelsea. And the thing that Chelsea did very, very well was they maintained that high pressure. They didn't ever come to a point where they looked vulnerable. A couple mistakes where Jorginho kind of bailed them out on, but
yeah, that pass from Mendy was looking a little sus.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to do that. If so that's why, you know what, a couple of mistakes, but overall Chelsea solid defense. Tuchel had them on a good tactical plan, maintain the ball, find the times to go and counter on them, but overall, it came down to we had to be the only way to break Chelsea was individual brilliance, which Tarami came on and obviously scored that banger. And you know what, hats off to them. So still winning, and you know what, they put up a fight, but they're going to be kicking themselves off over the first leg. What are the chances they could have taken? What are the mistakes they could have avoided? Will be kind of coming into the play for Porto fans, and you know what, they can leave with their heads held high. It's not like they got walked all over. They played their game. They showed their spirit, and overall, you know what, Chelsea just came up with taking their chances and
decisive win.
Yeah, decisive win. So
yeah,
I guess
on the other side of the bracket, Bayern versus PSG, very exciting game. I hope all you guys watched it. PSG, in my opinion, really deserved to go through, even though I was predicting Bayern to win it. From that performance, they did not deserve to win that game, and I'm glad that PSG, even though they lost 1-0 on the day, they went through on aggregate because they played so much better. And Neymar, what a player that guy was this game.
No, I completely agree. I got this one. I'm 2 for 2, Romain. So
you're 2 for 2. I can't lie. We'll see what happens today, though.
We'll see what happens today. But I was close to the 1-1. Honestly, PSG deservedly still went through in this game. Out of the two games, I'd say they played way better this game. Yeah, like individual performance. I checked in that, what happened was a big thing was the one-on-ones that PSG took. I saw that they did 36 attempted dribbles against Bayern versus Bayern's 24. They succeeded about 22 of them. It came down to those individual players taking on this place to create that space that they had. And in my opinion, Neymar is going to be kicking himself that he didn't finish a lot of those chances, but you know what?
I agree.
He created so much that you can't really blame him. You did score a couple of goals, but you created a lot of those chances yourself. And Mpabbe played the role about very unselfish plays. That which I really liked about the two players when going forward was very unselfishness plays that giving each other better opportunities to score. And in the end, you know what? I called the Pochettino defense much more solid. Did you know that Bayern attempted 33 crosses compared to PSG 7. So you could tell that aerial game.
They couldn't get in the box the normal way. They had to cross it in. It was shut down.
Yep.
But I did find there's a lot of missing creativity in the midfield from Bayern.
Yep.
Probably due to Goretzka not being there. Goretzka was a key part.
For
and
sure.
Alaba just did not look like the midfielder Goretzka has been for Bayern Munich. He did not contribute in the same way, and it's a shame to see because Alaba is a good player, but probably a better center back at the moment. In terms of Bayern's performance, I was really disappointed. Choupo-Moting, yeah, he scores another goal, but if we have Lewandowski up there, are they going through? Maybe not. A lot of it came down to the creativity from the wings, from the midfields. And Choupo-Moting didn't really have many chances to score, right? Even if Lewandowski was there, I don't know if he could have done that much more, to be honest. Sané missed a couple of chances. Coman seemed a little bit off his game, in my opinion. It just seems like the quality we're used to seeing from Bayern wasn't there.
Yep.
And PSG's quality was at full display with in particular the front three, right? Mpabbe, Neymar, and not forget, Di Maria. Playing a crucial part in that front three, even centering it back to Neymar in that one play where Neymar swings his leg, a couple feet away from goal and doesn't get to it. But man, what a game!
For sure, what a game! And you know what? One key element of what your summary about it that is missed, I say, is Paredes is back into that starting 11. Paredes doing just the unspoken type of play, cutting those passes lanes, coming back on the D. He was very vital in this game, I sense, in the mid, because he was popping up everywhere. He worked so hard, and I really liked how Tuchel set up his defense because he really had the aerial duels won. Like you said, they tried a crossing game, and you can tell when they brought on Martinez for Choupo-Moting. Martinez is not a striker, by all means, he's not a central striker.
Yeah.
What do you think his plan is? Toss in the ball. Let's win those aerial duels. Hopefully get one shot on net for an aerial duel. And it just didn't happen. The center backs, Danilo playing as a makeshift center back, played really, really well to cut down those opportunities. And the goal they scored was kind of a rough goal. Like you wouldn't expect that to be. It wasn't
very scuffed, and it wasn't like a typical Bayern goal. But no, you're absolutely right. You called the Paredes one on point. The back line with Danilo really coming in clutch. Mpabbe was looking a little bit soft, in my opinion, especially near the end. Almost caused a penalty. But shout outs to Neves, even though he's probably not feeling 100%, he came off, played a big part in that win. No, honestly, from top to bottom, PSG deserved to win. I hope it shuts up a lot of the critics out there. And they're probably my favorites to win it all now.
That's what it comes down to, right? Is who are the stars? And I think out of the two legs, that's what stood out for the PSG Bayern. The stars showed up versus Bayern stars, maybe one missing, but
just being on the bench injured. Feels bad.
And that's why Bayern fans will be kicking themselves to what if Lewa was available,
100%, yeah.
And that's the thing, right? These key players make huge differences, and the key players for PSG showed up, and hats off to them. They deservedly went through, and no huge big like referees coming into play. It was just a solid 2 games. I think both games were super entertaining on a neutral standby, and you know what? I'm happy PSG goes through just because, I like Kylian, I like Ney, I like Di Maria, I like the solid team that.
The exciting football, that's what it is. It's
exactly. And I think, we got what we paid for. Sometimes those games are always so hyped and it's like a 1-1, 0-0 penalties. This game lived up to it. I got to give it hats off to both teams playing with heart, playing with passion, and I guess we'll see.
I think one of the takeaways that I found interesting is that the final score on that day was 0-1, the same as it was in the Champions League finals. And very different emotions. I thought that was so very interesting that in football this could happen. You could lose 0-1 on a day, and one day you're devastated, and the next day you're over the moon. So So yeah, no, so cool to see. But anyways, if you guys are like me, you're excited.
See you guys soon, and please hit that subscribe and tune into the next videos. Cheers.
Cheers. Booty Brews out.
Booty Brews out.